And we'll send them right here for now. So boom, bam, boom, boom. Take the road, go, go, go. Okay, AP Hill continues moving out. And now that I think we've got the jump on this flank out here, I do believe we should be able to just continue bringing troops with field right here. Good. So he'll come over. And he'll come to, say, about right here. Okay, this battery here can... What? Why don't you guys just come to here and not be dumb? Bingo. That'll work. Got to get a bunch of artillery over there. Yeah, so it's like, you know, it kind of is what it is, and you just gotta be willing to do the work. It's kind of what I would say. So I say rather jokingly, but only half jokingly, all the time, that I consider an older millennial wargamer, having been doing this for 20 plus, 30 plus years of my life, maybe more than that, and wargaming most of the time, is that Total War, in my view, has now kind of become that, you know, that candy, that battle sugar candy that is nice. It is very nice. It's intuitive. The controls are probably better than any other battle war game that there has been. But the way that I've always, or the way that I've come to kind of put it now for me, like I'm talking about here, is that I'm afraid Total War is like kid stuff for me now. It's like it's for boys, and Scourge of War is for men. By God. And it's one of those things where it's almost like it's like suffering through the controls for suffering's sake to a degree, so that you can reproduce something that can at times be really, really, really stinking cool. The authentic Civil War stuff that happens in this game is really something else. What on earth are these guys about to do here? Oh, they're with Hill. Okay, we need to bring them back. You guys stop. Go there instead. Okay, okay. Yeah, that was that battery. Okay, we're going to have Archer's brigade come forward and kind of into town. And hold the objective, I bet, for a bit here. I am planning on, we gotta deploy right here. I think we've got until 2000 hours, right, to finish this scenario. This is really just the Battle of Beaver Dam Creek, Mechanicsville. I'd say we bring these guns over. Or wait. No, we want these guns over here. Yeah, let's have these guns come over right here. Alright, so you'll have some of the Union units that are still in their entrenchments and some not. We do kind of have to get things moving. Well, what I know from history is that at this time, AP Hill was of the mind that Jackson was like coming down the road around the rear of this Union position, and that it was going to be incumbent upon him to engage and lock it down so that Jackson could flank from the northwest. It's double time with these boys. Y'all get a move on, man. I know them guns are heavy. 3-inch ordnance rifle. There's another one. This is a some 6-pounders. 6-pounders there. Oh, look at that. That black font. Can't really see what the heck they are. That's interesting. Not sure what that's about. Is that... It's not really present on anything else. Just the guns, the cannons. What is that about? What the heck? Okay, well, forget about remembering specific guns. That's bizarre. Okay, I would say this regiment, they've got enough for some skirmishers. Let's go 200 men. Right here. Let's have them run out into this orchard. Okay, and they'll kind of be flankers while we move the rest of this brigade forward to engage here in probably, I'd say maybe 10 minutes. Or, yeah, I guess we could probably do it here in the next 5 minutes. Would like to get those skirmishers out there. For starters. You can see, the way you can tell that the turning point mod's not on is that the range would be 300 yards, the engagement range, and it's 160 again. So that's vanilla-based game stuff. Rather unfortunate that we have turning point turned off, but that's quite all right. It's quite all right. We played the full Battle of Antietam with vanilla specs, and it certainly was very violent. All right, let's take this cavalry right here. I think we could probably bring it back into town. Let's do that. All right, now, if we were to wheel and then wheel, reform a bit. All right, and after Anderson gets on the move toward the enemy, we'll have Archer file through here probably and take up a position on this side to oppose whatever the Yanks might throw at us if they decide to come out. I'd love it if they came out. But I'd like to hide a brigade here. And if they decide to try to, you know, if they think that they can flank us, pop up there, hit them as they're coming up. We shall see. We shall see. Yeah, right. To talk briefly about Grand Tactician, you've got that down pat as far as my opinion. You know, there's just more realism injected into some of these other games. They're just kind of more grown-up games, and almost to a fault. Right? A little bit. Because of, like we're talking about, the controls being a little bit janky like they are. Alright, that's not going to work. We don't want them to go forward to there. We'd like them to go double line up to here. Just like that. Okay. I think these boys... Hey, hey, hey. Welcome on in. Glad to have everybody watching tonight. This is the 7 days An alternate history gaming. It's alternate history because we can't replay history. So it's alternate. You feel me? Try to replay history. It's impossible. Here we come with the rest of AP Hill's division right here. They're looking dangerous. Except this one itty-bitty battalion. 2nd Arkansas. Mostly all new troops. Excuse me. All right, let's get these guys on the move. All right, we need them to kind of not go the way they're going. Go ahead, redirect a bit there. There. They're good. They're needing to redirect a bit. These guys will be fine. Redirect a tad there. And here. And the other thing was, let's get them out into line. I might have found a cheat code. Can we pass through artillery here without any problem? That becomes a little problematic when you're trying to move large formations through a gun line. A lot of times you run into trouble. Here you see the Yankees moving off their entrenchments again, trying to figure out how they want to face. See, they got Branch's brigade moving down the road this way. Bingo. Fantastic. So let's have Branch. Yeah, I would say it's better. We're not going to worry about doing something with him like trying to flank over this way. I think it's better to bring him where they're bringing him. For sure. I'm fine with where they're bringing him right there. No problem at all. We'll let the cavalry move and give them some room. Put them here. Get that right there. And then these boys go here. Or kind of there. Let the infantry brigade set up. Okay, got to start putting a little pressure on right here. Good, good, good. Cajun Mullet. Welcome on in. A $2 super chat donation here on the live stream, brother. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Every little bit is loved by me. Thank you, man. And I appreciate the compliments, brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love doing this. Love sharing this stuff. All right, so we're going to hit this line of Union troops right here. As the brigade makes contact, I do believe we will scoot the guns forward behind them a bit. Okay, we've been doing a little counter battery fire, I'm pretty sure, thus far. Okay, other thing was Archer, who's now lined up along the road right here and controlling the objective, which we will. We're going to take this 5th Alabama Battalion and we're just going to put them right here. Double time there, boys. All right, and we're going to detach them and they'll stay here and they'll make it so that we can continue soaking up points right there. And then the rest of... Oh, this isn't Archer's brigade, it's Baker's brigade. Is that right? Oh, that's Baker for... That's cavalry Baker. So Baker needs to probably bring himself more over here. Archer gets atop a little knoll near one of the buildings in town, spotting where the general has ordered for him to set up his troops. We will come down along the road right here for starters. Bing, bong, bing, bop, boom, bam. And return to Richardson's brigade on the move here. Oh, they're going to be taking hellacious artillery fire all the way out. Could be tough. And I think we'll probably have ourselves a nasty little battle here, gentlemen. Ooh, boy. Can't wait till Jackson gets here, if he does. I'm not sure he ever does. As a matter of fact, I don't think that he does. AP Hill doesn't know that, though. So we're going to try to play it like that. We're going to try to play like AP Hill has no idea. Because he kind of did this on his own in the real thing. There was not an order for him to do this. Get everybody going here. What we're going to try to do is set up kind of a two-rank fire deal, where we got some troops down front firing and some troops up the slope firing too. And see if we can get that going. Here we go. Let's get the guns scooching. Behind them. Seesaw artillery, hot fire there for a second while we do that. These two guns are making it out on this flank. Got a cavalry regiment out that way. And as a matter of fact, that's not a bad use for a portion of Baker's cavalry brigade. Let's take another of his regiments right here. Let's move it out into this field. Kind of connect with the river there. As Richardson's brigade goes in, boys, here we go. Oof, taking some hellacious fire there. Holy moly. Onward. All militia quality, guys. Now, we're going to go off of... We're going to hit attack, okay? And take everybody off, take command. Let's see if he brings these guys back. He may do that. But we're going to have him attack. We're going to take control of these two backline units here. Okay. We'll be able to engage shortly. You can see they're going to get back in their entrenchments, it looks like. Yep, here he's going to bring back these skirmishers. Fine. And Richardson's attack will get underway. We're going to start keeping these Yanks busy. Now, it'll be more of like a probing attack. I'm not looking to make a big breakthrough here unless I get one. I just don't think that I will. All right, we're engaging now. Or no. Oh, I see. So we're going to have to cross and kind of do this. with everybody. Quick crossover. So we won't get fire from up the slope. That's just the brakes. Oh, they got them coming off of their entrenchments right here. So there's, you know, there's a little game design flaw for Scourge of War that you just kind of get, and you got to kind of try to overlook it a little bit. It does impact immersion negatively a little bit there, but oh, nice volley in those Federals that came out of their entrenchments. You got Federals in their entrenchments that have just fired off right here, and the fight is really underway now. 14th Georgia engaged. 49th Georgia is about to be these skirmishers. There we go. Okay, and now we'll have ourselves a hot fight. We're going to go ahead and have these boys fire at infantry. You boys, fire at them. Infantry boys, thank you. Now, this artillery battery needed to be under command of someone. Go. Very well, very well. Alright, so once we start losing too many men, once we're losing like, you know, a couple hundred men, we're going to pull back and probably, you know, pull back behind the guns and reform and come at them again, kind of a thing, is what I anticipate. Okay, now we got everybody in line here. Let's have Archer's Brigade bring itself right here. Boom. Just like that. Yes, that will work well, I think. Now, other thing was, we had moved a bunch more infantry and artillery up over here. We haven't gotten it up yet. Not close enough, not the way we'd like. But let's take Pender's brigade and let's bring him into Mechanicsville. Right here. Bop, 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 boop. Along the road, boys. Let's do that. Okay. They'll get moving. We'll have the next brigades filing in. We do have some artillery that we could bring up. Let's take this battery. So this is all Coleman's artillery, AP Hill's divisional artillery. We're going to put it here for starters. And we're going to run it out here. This is the first action right outside Mechanicsville, called the Battle of Beaver Dam Creek. Or I believe some do refer to it as the Battle of Mechanicsville. Let's go here. 2 batteries up. Let's make sure everybody's taking the road here. And double quicking. Here comes another brigade. Good. And we have much more that we can focus on bringing up. Infantry and artillery. Theophilus Holmes troops under Walker are here. Let's go ahead and go over there and see what we can do here. All right. They're getting themselves deployed out where I wanted them. Fantastic. I think we're going to be wanting to look south-southeast, right? kind of this way. All right, we'll come back to them. They're not quite to their destination just yet. Yeah. They kind of came over and around and this way. And that's fine by me. Alright. Up at Mechanicsville. We'll return to the action here. We got this regiment right here that could be in trouble. Let's take the 49th Georgia. And let's get them right over here. Run there, boys. Oh, these guys need to lay down. They actually could probably do with just coming to right here. I like that run command. Ooh, we're looking good against the 10th Pennsylvania Reserves. Be nice if we could poke a hole right here, head up, grab those guns. Maybe we'd have a little breakthrough. No weapons in range. Let's lie down. Let's... Oh, we're too far down the embankment. They can't see us. Oh, nice. We found a little defilade here. Fantastic. Okay, okay. I can handle with that. I can do with that. So, let's have these guys come up over the rise. And they'll open up. Or rather, stop. They'll get new orders. Their colonel will say, "Oh no, wheel!" And we'll fight against the Pennsylvania Reserves instead. But these boys will come up right on the breastworks on this side. These guys will stop. We got to charge. We just spotted these boys. We had lost sight of them. And now we've got to charge, boys. This is how it can start. This is how it can start. Oh, my word. Here we go. Oh, a nasty, terrible, bloody fight right at the breastworks right here as Anderson's brigade is going to be pushed off. Ah. Another one right here. Oh, not good. Not good. Okay, we're going to keep Anderson's... we're a little stubborn here. We're a little stubborn. I don't think he's going to be willing to give it up just yet. He probably should, though. Yeah, they've lost 259 men. All right. Retreat, boys. Retreat. Retreat, boys. Okay. Well, failed assault the first time. We did get the guns a little closer. That's good. We'll be firing at infantry now. Okay. We'll keep the retreat up. Maybe we can bring them off of their entrenchments, eh? Looks like we're maybe starting to. They're running! The Rebs are running! Okay. Richardson will reform. And he'll advance along with some help from Branch over here. God dang it, I hate this. Get back here. That's one thing we end up not showing in the final video, right? All this messy looking stuff over here. I just dislike it to a disliking degree, a great disliking degree. Indeed. All right. Looks like we might have gotten them out of their trenches over there a little bit. Here's Archer getting in position. Lay down. You two. Cavalry. Right here. You boys. Yeah, I like you there. Just like that. That's fine. And let's go see if we can't find some more artillery to use. Yeah, these guys are starting to do some funky stuff because they had to... Yeah, alright. This is just something you got to deal with, man. Guns start doing some funky stuff when you've formed them up in a battalion formation like we had. These boys need to come down here too. Okay, we need to get everybody moving in the right direction here. Be better to get artillery up. AP Hill, I think, will be satisfied, at least for the time being, using 3 of his brigades for this thing over here, because I'm sure he figures that General Jackson will be here to save the situation before much longer. Now, what I'll do is I'll take Anderson and I'll have him on a defend or a hold. Rather, a probe. Now that they're out of their entrenchments, they're going to counterattack. They're not coming out over here. Interesting. Interesting. Lay down here. See if Jackson's on yet. Nope. Nope. Helica, there you are. No, this is the Battle of Mechanicsville. The 7 days has just begun. Malvern Hill is many, 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 many hours away. We will hopefully be able to fight it. I have no idea what's going to happen with this mod as this playthrough continues. I cannot tell you what's gonna go down here. I hope we're able to finish the whole thing. I mean, this is, I think, about as ambitious of a thing in terms of carryover scenarios in Scourge of War as I've ever seen. Again, credit to ASDS Life for making the mod. You know, it's gonna be something else. See, being out here taking all the cannon fire, even though we're firing against the infantry, yeah, I just don't think it's any bueno. I just don't. I think we're going to have to run back to here, go. I think we're going to have to run back to here, go. Bing, bang, boom. And so now, yeah, you're just kind of fighting a Civil War action, and you're just, this is what I like to do. It was similar to the way Stones River worked for us, where you just kind of, you fight your fight, you do it the way operationally that you think that it should be done. It's slow moving. Let's bring over some more guns. Let's have them parked right here. Bump, bump, beep, bump, boom. Let's double time everybody again. More batteries, please. Double time. Thank you. Double time. Double time. I have seen counter battery Helica work pretty good. I have seen superior artillery that's, you know, Parrott rifles, 10-pound Parrott rifles, some 3-inch ordnance, really over on the Union side, put it on a group of my guns. I've seen that happen. Here we go with the 49th Georgia B Battalion. It's going to stand out. Use this fence as a flank guard and take on some of these skirmishers right here. We're going to see the 3rd Louisiana with some skirmishers detached to or attached to them. They'll be firing down on some Yankees that decide to counterattack, strangely enough. Battle of Mechanicsville here. The AI will change its facing around and just kind of do some generally funky stuff from time to time, and that's just the breaks. Generally, keeping these guys busy is not a bad thing. I think that would fit the, you know, the mission for these AP Hill Division troops here. I think we want to take this double line of branches, and let's go ahead and let's just have it form up more like here. And we'll bring him out. We'll show of force. Huh? Right there. We'll have another infantry brigade right on the... right there on the crux. The what the heck is the word for that? Gosh darn it. The salient that they've kind of made themselves. Lay down. Looks like 35th Georgia will be sent back in. I don't like it. Lay down here. We'll let the 49th Georgia continue to fight that out over here and then get out of there. Bingo. These guys lay down. We're doing pretty good in this position here. I would say we could probably start aiming some of the guns over this way. Start going boom with shell right here, and really plaster that unit with this whole battery because they're right there, easy to see. They are the 9th Pennsylvania Reserves. Says that we're targeting the 7th Pennsylvania. At least we changed the shot type, I guess. Alright, Richardson's brigade will kind of be reformed behind the gun line right there, and opposite of it, good. Some skirmishers will be pushing toward the gun line. We need to do something about that. 100 men. Boom. And we'll run them out that way. Richardson's brigade a little hard pressed up here. Excuse me. Let's run these guys back. Excuse me. God dang. Got a frog in my throat tonight, gentlemen. Grand Tactician Napoleonic Wars. It looks like a game I'm gonna buy and spend hundreds of hours streaming here on this channel. 100%. I would say what I see developing is a marriage between some of the game, like, you know, Grand Tactician's, I think, combat engine. If you watch the vid, you'll hear him say in the interview that they're not going to be, I think, a whole lot that's different about the way that you're moving guys around in a tactical battle. They're incorporating, you know, I think they're trying to add in some better visuals. You know, they're trying to take what they did with their Grand Tactician Civil War game, and I think, you know, they're just trying to take it up a notch and improve visuals so that they can compete a little bit more. And that makes sense to me. It's already a game since it's made, you know, Grand Tactician the Civil War is probably one of my favorite games of all time. It has really grown on me a ton. I've been playing it on the channel now for over 3 years. my Union campaign like a 2-year-long project. So, you know, in my opinion, it just doesn't get a whole lot better. If you're trying to play like what I'm trying to do on this channel, which is alternate history gaming, there's just nothing better for that. Telling your own war story. As with any game these days, I would assert that the Napoleonic Wars rollout, you know, probably have its bumps, just like any game these days. You know, it's all kind of going over to that live service type model where you're going to put the game out the best that you think you've done it, and you're going to let players tell you what all needs to be done, and you're going to do some of that, and then you're going to implement some more of your vision. You know, like that's the way games are made these days. Seems like it's different from like I've talked a lot about this. I talked all about this in the last stream. As a matter of fact, is the idea that I, as an older millennial gamer, did more of the go to the store, buy what's there in the box, and that's what you get. You know, and then maybe there'll be like, I mean, it's kind of like back before there was any patches, right? They had to make a finished premium product back in that time. And look at this, we're getting nailed right here. We gotta let these guys take the brunt of all that. So they're targeting up here. Okay, I don't want you doing that. Can you not see them? I guess they can't see them. Alright. So let's give them back to the AI at least. They'll be using shell. That'll be good. Now these guys, I want them all start using shell too. Go, go, go. Oh, he was using case shot? Alright. The howitzers, yeah. Let's get these ordnance rifles using the 6-pounders using shell. Let's do the same with these guys. Let's have the 6-pounders using shell. 12-pounders same. Let's have the 3-inchers using shell. And the same for this 6-pound unit right there. And Anderson will be the only unit engaged still, and I'm fine with that for now, I would say. My God, they are still visible there? No freaking way. There they go. That's too much for them. Okay. 356 men, they're going to pull back. Say these skirmishers would be wise to do the same. Okay, Branch. Why don't you go ahead and let 100 men go? Let's get them moving. Let's get a little bit more. Yeah, and speaking of nostalgia, oh, by the way, everybody who's watching now, go back when you can. Don't leave the stream forever, but go back and check out my posts tab. I put a post up. Speaking of nostalgia, and I've seen. I'm going to give credit where credit's due on this, okay? Because it's not a new game. It's an older game, but I've kind of been looking for another game to kind of add to our book here. And there's a version, a more modern version of the Oregon Trail that has caught my eye. And the vlogging through history guy, I got to give credit. I saw him playing it, and I was like, oh, come on, dude. I think I could get on that. So I've got a post up with a thumbnail from the Oregon Trail game and a request for if the post gets 50 likes, then I will stream that game. I'll stream it next week, I think is what I said. All right, this cav. Let's start moving it more here. Good, 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 good. Still holding the objective and gaining those points. Fantastic. All right. Still doing more to them than they are to us. General Lee here, watching over things as the fighting at Mechanicsville heats up. All right. They're running. And again, you got these Yankees trying to push up towards us now, changing facing in their line right there. Okay, let's get Jeb Stewart's. Oh, it's his supply wagon went AWOL again, didn't it? God dang it. Alright, we need to find this damn thing. Alright, Jeb, where is your damn supply wagon guy? We do have AP Hills coming. Anderson's ammo wagon. No, we don't need it. Shit, we must have lost it. Well, at least we got AP Hills ammo wagon. So we'll bring them up. And this is, yeah, I think we need to take command of our ammo wagons once they get close to the front. Let's bring them up here. All right, so you got Branch wants to help out right here. Gonna hit the salient once again. We got ourselves just kind of a back and forth little battle action over here outside against, I think this is 1 brigade or 2 brigades with a lot of artillery support over here on the Union right flank, extreme right. We played about an hour and a half of this scenario, and we've got, I think, another 2 hours left until it's over. Pretty sure that's right. And it'll be after this scenario, I'm pretty sure as well, that our troop positions will remain the same in the carryover. Let's go ahead and lay back down there. Ooh, boys. Okay, yeah, we got a nice little spot up here with the 3rd Louisiana Battalion. They'll be firing down. Ooh, man, they look real nice from this spot. You can imagine it, of course. Use a little bit of your imagination with this game, with any video game, war video game. You know, there's probably guys kneeling down and just kind of like poking up over and then firing. And they're probably not necessarily all just standing there like that in line. Then you got the battle of the skirmish battalions out here. Okay, these guys, we're gonna TC them. We're gonna bring them right here. Okay, so we'll have some pressure on them right here. That works for me. And then we could maybe push right up this way toward that victory location right there. Ooh. That's tempting to do, just go right down the road. It's just there's not a lot of frontage to work with there. I think I might need to soften this up. I might want to wait just a bit. Again, Hill believing that Jackson is on his way. And you got Union AI that's kind of lost track of things a little bit. Lost the plot. Drove them off. Good. Be more fun to start the attack now, but I gotta stay realistic, stay cautious, gotta try to prosecute this thing the way that it should be done. You know what I'm saying? All right, 3rd Louisiana Battalion doing all right out here. Let's go ahead and let's let them just keep their stand out here. We'll go ahead and give them back to the AI. That's fine with me. You got these skirmishers right here. Let's give them back. And a bunch of line infantry skirmishers that are mixing it up over here. All looks good. All right, our supply wagon is here. We're going to have him run to right there. And then he's going to walk down the gun line and try to get everybody reloaded here. We're not out of stuff yet. We're doing pretty good, though. We haven't lost any troops with these batteries. Not many, which is good. Always want to be able to use your artillery well. That's a key in your black powder era, right? I would say I've identified another great... I mean, this is a great spot for some guns right here. So as we bring these batteries up, we're just going to start using them. Let's go ahead and let's get one battery right off the road here. Go. Double quick for me. Thank you, bunch. Okay. Off they go. Okay, double quick. And take the road. And thank you. And you're awesome. Double quick for me. See, they don't all do it. Not every gun does it. Not sure what the deal is with that necessarily, but that's the way that it goes. Yeah. It's the way that you gotta play, man. Sometimes you gotta just get over the frustration, man. Oh, we gotta back up now. They're taking a flank shot. They're dealing with the skirmishers out there. The 3rd Louisiana Battalion is gonna get the heck out of there. '49th Georgia. Let's bring them up. Actually, let's give them back to AI. Let's have Richardson do what he wants with these 2 regiments as well. Actually, the 14th. Let's let this one continue to rest. And I'm not ready to bring the rest of the army across, obviously. Like, we shouldn't need more than AP Hill's division to push off these troops. We shouldn't, anyway. Okay, these boys will come back, take a little bit of a breather, and gives us time to check in on how Anderson's brigade is doing. Okay, they've down 426 men, still got about 2,200. You know, it's still a battle-ready brigade right here. We'll set up another new position on that knoll right there again. Unfortunately, we're going to be taking some heavy fire. We're going to form a double line right here. We've got 37th North Carolina We're going to bring them down. Double quick. Assault column on the road. Let's go. 37 North Carolina. Some militia troops here. AP Hill's division is not that experienced at this time. They were kind of new troops. They were new fish. I always let it get cold. God damn it. Let's go assault, or rather road column. Keep it rolling, boys. Gotta make it down the damn road. 37th North Carolina gonna go ahead and double quick it to the front. We've got some business to tend to with these boys. Here we go, Branch's Brigade. They're gonna start putting a little bit of pressure on here at the Union salient as the Yanks continue to try to hold firm here outside of Mechanicsville. I don't know how this is gonna go for them. 37th right here. And line stop. Good deal. Got these skirmishers to run off. Fantastic. Let's bring the line forward to it there. Let's have these skirmishers run down to here. Let's have these skirmishers reattach. Boy, Branch might have his danda up. He's going to send the 7th North Carolina forward. The 37th here. 2 of his regiments. 33rd will pull up right here. Good. Volley's going out against the Dingo. Ooh, missed the graphic there. Darn it. Okay, got a bunch of Yankees running. Okay, Anderson is getting aggressive again here. This works for me. We'll have a firing line right across here, and we'll be hitting them hard. I would say this regiment might be able to start shooting from up here. I don't know. That might be a... I don't think we're going to be able to do it. Let's go ahead and see if maybe we can get it done by moving these guys ahead. Go ahead. Double quick, boys, in the next position. Make some room for the boys behind us. Got the 18th. Trying to get themselves into range fire from behind up the slope, gentlemen. Colonel orders boys forward. Keep the ranks sharp, gentlemen. Close it up. Be ready to fire. No weapon in range. Damn it. Okay, they'll lay down. Look at Anderson on his probe. We don't want him getting too carried away over here. By God. Branch's troops. I believe we have a nice effective fire going in right here. Let's do that. Yeah, I see you. I see you, Anderson. I see you. Let's bring them there. All right, is Stonewall coming yet? We got a supply wagon. There's Stewart's ammo wagon that we had lost track of. Hey there, buddy. Where on earth are you going? We need you to be back here, okay? I need you to do that, and I need you to go double time when you're going. That probably ain't the route I need you taking either. We'll see. We'll see if we get Stewart's ammo wagon back. I've got a feeling we might not. Okay, we are... Okay, casualties are still, you know, not too ridiculous. As I do believe we may begin putting some pressure on over here. How about that? I'm hearing some different sounds for artillery. Is that... Did you hear that? Are those rounds coming in? That's different. That is unheard of. So the rest of the attack would definitely, I think, be waiting. I mean, like, hey, Hill may get the advantage, or may get his Danda up, I guess you might say. Let's go ahead and take him and put him. We need to bring him himself over to Mechanicsville now. Look at our lines from the other side. Coming out of Mechanicsville there. Okay, we've got to retreat here. If I was the Federals, would I be able to see me? Maybe yes, maybe no. Probably so. Oh, we're getting hammered right there. Get down in the defilade, boys. Once again, I want to say thank you to all of those who have decided to join in tonight. You guys are the best. We did get a little bit of a little bit of sugar, a little bit of love, in the form of a super chat donation from, I believe it was a new viewer tonight, gentlemen. That is something else, man. It's something else. Of course, anybody who takes time, you're my favorite. Don't forget, click the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you're new tonight. We do this just about every other night during the week. Just about every other night in general. We're going to bring these boys back. Just got to keep this fight rolling. Let's go ahead. Yikes. Okay, these guys have been in the action a while now. Back good on ammo for round shot again. Yeah, those are funny cannon sounds. Let's switch back to shell. Let's have him go back to round shot. Let's have this supply wagon just kind of slowly make its way back over this way one more time. We're going to let this thing roll. Watch it from a panoramic view. It's about that time, gentlemen, in the stream. One more time. We take a quick little break for the baño, to refill the drink, to make sure the dogs aren't setting the house on fire or destroying anything out in the other parts of my casa here. We'll be getting back to it here momentarily. Gentlemen, I appreciate everybody once again for sticking in Would appreciate, too, if you looked at the description. I try to build in a little bit of lore around each of these streams. And, of course, there's great information about the game itself. Links to prior streams and videos, all in the description below, as well as a link to become a member. You can become a recruit level member for $2 a month, a veteran level member for $5 a month. Veteran level membership's the one you want to get, okay? You get to see my videos before everybody else. You get members-only content, including my Battle Epic video vault, which this campaign series... All right, well, I can see not a whole heck of a lot has changed. We are back in a beer in the mason jar in the hand once again tonight. I'd tell you the brand, but then I'd get myself in legal trouble. Yeah, so can't do that. Hopefully that wasn't the case when I told you about the cigar. Okay, we're not doing so good there. We're doing a little better here. But it looks like the fire is not so hot right here. This is looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and switch to shell with these boys. Case shot with the rest. Wow, they don't have very many. Let's have AP Hill's ammo wagon just meander on over here. Let's see if maybe the 33rd North Carolina... Well, no. See, the thing is, if we're going to be up here getting shelled, these regiments might as well be getting engaged somehow. Is it time for charge, gentlemen? .477 troops here. Let's do this. Well, I'll tell you what, no. No. Again, we do not want so much as a major engagement here. Wow, 49th Georgia 8 Battalion doing pretty good right there. 35th Georgia, not so much. We got to get back to the regiment there, and then these boys get the heck out of there. 14th Georgia, let's go ahead and let's bring them back. Okay, we got them on the run there, good. Let's go stop, lay down. Let's go ahead, yeah, let's get this regiment to run next. These guns are a problem. As a matter of fact, I think I might like... Yeah, target them. Okay, let's have these guys use their round shot on those guns over there. Let's have these guys... Can we target that? Yeah. Let's target that with the shell. Yep. Let's target this one. And let's have him target this one. And we'll do shell with each of these. Boom, boom, boom. And then these guys can target infantry. Can we hit these boys? I don't think so. They've deflated. Boom. 4th. Who are these guys? The 11th? Can we hit them? No. So we can hit them. And we'll use shell. Do the same thing right here. And we'll use case shot. This supply wagon will meander on through. Trying to do a multiple deer waypoint thing there. Didn't work out. I would say this cav could move right here. I think that Let's go. Just kind of daring them to come out of their entrenchments on this side a little bit. Okay, we're going to fall back here. Fine. They're going to be falling back here. Hey, all right. 7th North Carolina's doing pretty good over here. So 37th, not so much. I'd say that they have got better rifles than us. We've got the Model 1822. The 37th North Carolina. The Model 1842. The Model 1840. Yeah, okay, got it. So, Branch's Brigade. Maybe not so well equipped. This regiment's being pretty stubborn right here. I gotta hand it to him. Skills. 11th Pennsylvania Reserves, man. Not exactly fun to be them down in here. Anderson, why don't you go to a defend ring? All right. I would say it'll be high time for us to just get AP Hill's full force kind of up. So let's get Fields Brigade on the road. Right here. Like that. All right, we've got 2 more. See, we got these batteries that ended up back here. So let's go ahead and let's just start bringing batteries up. It's just time to do it. So there. Let's get this one going. He can come just to here. Bonk. Do it. Right there like that. These boys, they'll come to here, just like so. And we'll do those, get them on the move. Then we got Maxie Gregg's Brigade. We'll bring them here. Have them on the road. Bonk. Right there. And then the artillery bringing up the rear, kind of an artillery reserve. As we make our way back to the combat. Pardon my cough tonight, gentlemen. Oh, look at this nice little advance. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing is in the house. A man who earns and pays for pleasure. An esteemed member of Alternate History Gaming and a friend of mine. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I don't know what I'm doing, but I sure like it when you're here, bro. Okay, we need a battalion to turn their aces around. All right, drove them back off again. Here and here. Good. I would say that we're just kind of in the Yankee killing business across the way here. This idea of probing, just probe, is, you know, since we still have an hour and a half left in this whole thing. If Hill were able to get all of his cannon up and we were to put more here and in this orchard kind of along here, that may be the next kind of move. Let's leapfrog it. So let's take these guns. Let's take a look. We got a big battery here that's got 12 pounders, 12 pounder Blakely. Ooh, Napoleons. Blakely, yeah. Okay, these guns right here, they need to come up. And we're going to put them right in this kind of orchard right here. Bingo. Go, go, go. Double time the whole way. Do it. Okay, those are good guns right there for what we're looking at. They're going to be heavy, though. And I think they'll take the road. Come on, boys. Double time. Go, go, go. And having that battery out there alone may get us what we need. Pegram, what about him? Napoleon. Oh, 10-pound Parrot. Parrot. Okay. These guys are coming. All right. And we're just going to saturate this spot here. Some more cannon. Stay right about there. I'm not sure if that's a good spot, but I think it will be. Okay. And of course, you know, make sure they're getting on the road proper. Making their way proper. Let's go, boys. All the way. Now, what do we got here? 6-pounder, 12-pound howitzers, 12-pound Napoleon. This is your close support, right? So this will stay in these reserve batteries that we've got that kind of pulled up right here. Boom, 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 bam. Just like that. Okay, this battery here, what do we got? Howitzer, 12-pound Napoleon, 3-inch ordnance rifle, 10-pound Parrot. This is a good reserve battery here. Right there. Means a lot to have folks who are following along and saying they like the content so much. You know, makes a groggy's heart feel warm. All right, so they're out of their entrenchments over this way. Have been for a while now. They hold steady here, and it's time for this regiment to pull out. As Branch will replace with these boys. No time. They're going to jump up. Let these... Oh, my God, it's hell up there, gentlemen. Make sure you aim straight and aim true. Reload fast. Send those Yankees to hell. I think they're falling back over there. Indeed. Next regiment up. Here we go with the 37th North Carolina. Barely any ammo left. Okay, they're done falling back now. I was going to charge them. Okay, okay. How about this regiment goes ahead and joins this one back here. Kind of switching the brigades out a little bit here. Trying to let the artillery do a bunch of the work. Flip it around, you dummies. Alright, let's keep these guys busy, okay? Ooh. Oh, that's what that is. It's the shell popping overhead. Okay, okay, okay. I can dig it. Alright, we made them run again. Fantastic. Once we get rid of this regiment, we're going to be a good spot to have like the 33rd come running down the road and go charge out these guns. Or, better yet, this would be the play. Don't you know it? Okay, 1st North Carolina Cav. They've got their Burnside carbines. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to pre-position them right here. Go, go, go. We're going to have them ready. Close support cavalry. They'll charge through here, down the road, try to scoop up these guns best they can, and we'll just kind of do that as a little move to the Yanks from AP Hill with love. Oh my God. Archer's brigade over here has been getting lit up. Oh my God. Get back. Get in this. God damn it. Okay, we made them use a bunch of ammo. Right? Over here. Go, go, go. That's an unfortunate one. Of course, Archer over here doesn't have much he can say to his men, wondering why the hell they were allowed to just sit out and take that. Should have put them in the swale there to begin with. I thought they were in cover there, damn it. We've got 200 men all messed up for no good reason. Oh well. Guns coming up. Fantastic. Boy, they're moving fast. Good deal. I like the way this is going. Yeah, that's why I still it's the reason that I come back to Scourge of War there, Stoic. I think you make an interesting point there. And I think it's unique to Scourge of War. Battles of this time were long, a lot of times plotting affairs. And Scourge of War allows for you to play that out. And you can just kind of sit back and kind of control as the troops go around, and you're not stressing out too awful much. Things are moving pretty slow, you know. And, you know, I always advise, and this is one where it's like, I think the game's kind of meant to be experienced in headquarters in the saddle. I've kind of always believed that about this game. But I know that that's not exactly easy to do. This game is a little tough when it comes to its headquarters in the saddle mode. And I would say, you know, you just gotta be patient with it. You gotta learn how to use the command map. Command map's your friend. You know, we're gonna go ahead and make the 49th A Battalion into a big, huge skirmisher unit to cover these guns. Good. Says there's no weapon in range. There we go. That'll do it. making these boys fall back again as the Yanks, they come out of their entrenchments. You know, there may be something to the fact that we were defilade having the troops down here. There may be something to that. The AI may figure that the entrenchments are worthless because of that. Hey, we got some pattern infields here, so skirmishing with these boys is a good move. All right, let's do counter battery fire here if we can, boys. So can we aim? Can we aim for one of the guns? Please, 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 please. Can we get these? All right, section 1200 or 7. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so they're switching. They're switching. Excellent. Okay. This battery of guns, I believe, could maybe rival this one. It doesn't tell me what kind they've got. It's in red. Even better. Golly, this 11th Pennsylvania Reserves unit hanging in, man. We're weary with the 37th. Let's go ahead and pull out. All right, 33rd comes forward now. Rotate about. And yeah, hits. It doesn't get any better than Scourge of War hits multiplayer with a bunch of folks that you know can just get together and have a good old time and just play the game. You know, play to win, but just play and have fun, right? You know, get into the LARP a little bit, write courier messages that are fun and funny to each other. I remember doing that when I was getting into my PvP in remastered. And I was even doing some of the KS stuff. Let's bring these guys back into the orchard here. Yeah, and multiplayer was a riot at that time. Okay, we got some infields now. Fantastic. Except we're firing at these skirmishers instead of these boys. Volley going out. Okay, we're doing pretty good here. Yeah, pretty good here. In here, although these guys have done almost nothing to them up there. Let's switch to shell. Good. Good, I like it. Yeah, Hill doesn't want to massacre his division trying to move these Federals because he knows that Stonewall is on his way in the Union's rear pretty much. Speaking of which, how you like my timing? How you like my timing, boys? Sure enough, Jackson is here. Jackson is here. All right, Mechanicsville remains an objective, but now that he is here, we know that he's going to be headed towards Cold Harbor, I believe. So let's go command map. No, okay, he's just going to gather the troops up this way. All right, all right. I'm going to let him do that. I'm going to let him do that. But now Jackson is here. Yeah, multiplayer in Scourge when everybody is, you know, is about is about it. I don't think there's a whole lot more fun in wargaming, really. It reminds me of some old Civil War tabletop experiences that I have had and still cherish. Where you talk about breaking out some fun little LARPy type stuff when you're playing with some guys. Tabletop, it's good for that. Okay, looks like we only have 2 guns that can hit anything, and I think they're firing over that way. So let's reorient this battery a bit. Kind of tough. Say right about there. Ooh, like that. That's probably perfect. Fantastic. Okay, I think I might be interested in getting Pender's division involved in this thing. (38th) North Carolina. Let's go ahead and come forward. Let's do that. Let's... I'll tell you what, I don't want to block the artillery, so let's bring the 16th here. Right there. Let's have them be followed by the 22nd here. And then you've got the 22nd North Carolina that will move to here. The 34th, that will move to kind of where the 5th is going, except not right here. Bonk. Okay, we look to be doing pretty well with casualties, I think. Yeah, all right, we're starting to lose quite a few over here. But we're not doing too bad. See us getting on the move with everybody right here. Good. This battery is not really doing us much good at all. Let's bring them back into a reserve position right here. You gotta make them. You gotta make them go sometimes, boys. You gotta make them go. Fields Brigade. We'll go ahead and we'll just have them stack up right here, I'd say. Monk. Right there. And then we'll get Maxie Gregg's brigade. And we'll bring them here in line. Or rather, double line. Bonk. Okay. Just got to keep combat hot over here. Whew. Yeah, this has been a deadly area for sure. Look at this. This is a terrible spot, it seems like. Neither of these units is able to hit the 11th Pennsylvania Reserves down here. That's crazy. All right, let's see if we can't do something about this. Hit them. Boom. Okay, let's bring these boys forward. Double time, please. from across the little creek here. Let's go. Double time for me. All right. Can only hit the 7th. Wow. Wow. Okay. Yanks found a hole. That's crazy. Hit him. Okay. So we'll just have to keep that there like that. That's fine. Fine then there. Branch's brigade continues to just poke and prod like we were everywhere else. And I will say, I got to compliment, you know, base game, vanilla spec, casualty count. It's not as high as I might have expected. Not as high at all as I might have expected. Okay, lay down in the road. Okay, we'll have this brigade under Panda getting itself involved. We'll bring the 22nd North Carolina out. Bring them out on the double quick. Another thing I credit the guys who did remaster Gettysburg 4 here in Scourge of War is the idea that I think they upped the speed at which fatigue will build up on a unit if you run them everywhere. That is something I definitely tend to do. Is just double quick. Once we get up to the front, basically, I'm double quicking everybody just about everywhere. Excuse. Okay, let's go there. Boy, 35th. Anderson's brigade has been, I think we're going to give them a rest. We're just going to let these guys take it easy, man. Let's go. Pull back. Let the artillery do the work. And Branch's brigade with Pender joining in. We'll poke and prod a little bit more, but Anderson, I think, is going to be done for this fight. He's been in it since the very beginning. Lost more than he has inflicted, but they did have a better, you know, better overall combat position. Okay, let's bring him here. Let's bring these boys back here. With them. Bring them back here. Kind of crisscrossing a little bit. I don't love that, but it's fine. And we'll have Pender getting engaged. We'll have 49th Georgia A-BAT stay out. The model 1822 of the 2nd Arkansas Battalion. Great. We got Enfields here, 1822s here, Enfields here. So the 22nd Virginia Battalion will go before these guys do. 34th, kind of the same thing. Hey, okay. See, here we go. Counter battery worked. Those Yankee guns aren't there anymore. This group of guns right here. So let's look at it again, right? 12-pounder Blakely rifle, okay? 12-pound Napoleon. 12-pound Napoleon. 12-pound Napoleon. 12-pound Napoleon, which are rough. And then 12-pound Blakely with 2,000-yard range. And I forget what its rate of fire is. Oh, where does it show that? Where does it show how fast it shoots? Oh, darn. It doesn't show it. Okay, whatever. But those Blakeleys are good guns. Now we had here these Parrots too. 10-pound Parrot and the Napoleons. So this heavy battery here of the Division Reserve Artillery is doing a little work for us. I'm not so sure that we might have cleared off their artillery over this way, but I'm going to take this skirmisher unit from the 49th Georgia A-BAT, and we're going to go ahead and see maybe how we did. If there's still guns up there, we're not ready to send Pender after that victory location just yet. But if there are no guns, we're going to think seriously about it. Here we go. Branch continues down here. Still can't shoot at the regiment out front. Still don't understand why. But they don't have any valid targets either, which is funny. We can at least hit somebody. Okay. Jackson's troops getting themselves set up. Yeah, von Bork's brigade right there. So we had sent him. I love how one thing we did do in the first scenario is that we sent von Bork's brigade out here toward Mechanicsville and kind of off toward the map edge on that side. And it just so happens, and I knew that in the real thing that Jeb Stewart kind of went off to the left flank, or at least part of his command did. And so it's neat that Van Bork now ends up coming in with Stonewall like this. That's pretty cool. Yeah, at this stage, I would say Pender goes ahead, gets himself involved. Looks like we're going to run off some Yankees there. Good. I would say this battery shifts its focus. We go ahead and rearrange it to right here. We'll change its formation to this packed formation here. We're going to go ahead and do that right there. We're going to aim them all there. And then that'll make room for these Parrots right here and such to come right here. Bing, bang, pow. Double time it, and then they'll be there. All right, now I want to see again. What else do we have? Do we have any other big guns? Or 3-inch ordnance rifle, 10-pound Parrot. This is not a bad battery to have over here either. Let's go ahead, bring it up right there. These 10-pound Parrots and 6-pounders, so it's kind of a mix between close support and long-range support. So I'd take these 10-pounders in the center. Would I be able to see out there? I guess not. No valid targets in weapon range? Really? Huh. That seems strange. We're firing over here. Haven't killed anybody. We're firing here. Getting a lot of guys killed. And these guns aren't really doing much work over this way. So you can see why the Rebs on this day did not make a ton of progress. Yay, counter battery. Counter battery that worked. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay, no, we put that cavalry up there. I want to take a peek at what we got over here because... I don't know. Did they pull out of here? No. No way. It's 7:06 p.m. now. Okay, nope, they're still there. They're still there. I just don't see any guns over there right now. That's a little wild and crazy. That's a little wild and crazy. I do see a little more infantry. Okay. All right. I might be sold on a little probing attack over here. Go ahead, head down the road, boys. Pender stays engaged with his regiments here. That'll work for me. And then I would say with these batteries, I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that we're hitting infantry across the board. Looks like we might have driven off all of their guns. Oh, man. Yeah, is that what you were talking about there, Stoic? I think our counter battery fire really worked well here. Golly. Okay, well, that softens them up real good. Let's have Branch... let's have Branch kind of re-engage with some of these troops over here. We'll put him to it. Yeah, no. Stuart, stop it. Stop it. Come up here. Oh, that reminds me. Where's AP Hills? Okay, he's right here. So let's go right there. We'll reload all these guns. Probably come over here and do the same. All right, this regiment is going to file in next behind here. And then I think we might have to do a charge with Branch and just try to sweep up there. Anderson, though, he's kind of in the best position along the line to, I think we might have to give him the honors, frankly. He's still got 2,000 men. Anderson's brigade with support from Pender. Boy, I think we may do this. Let's go ahead. Let's not do this yet. Let's make sure this regiment stays under our command. These other 4 come off. Okay, he comes under our command, and we move ahead. Assault columns up. Straight forward here. And we'll just charge across the ravine right here, and we'll start trying to break into them. Maybe Anderson goes in there and gets his guys really banged up. We'll see. But here they go. Anderson, reformed once again, is going to see if he can bring his brigade back for a coup de grace. AP Hill has received word that Jackson is on his way and has arrived in the vicinity. I don't know what I'm doing. Thank you for being here, and have a good night. Thank you for being a member, sir. The old Battle of Mechanicsville here, gentlemen. By God. By God. Okay, we're going to actually bring these guys adjusted a little bit so we can keep this attack well fitted. Where the devil is our man Richardson here? Or Anderson? What the hell? Whatever the hell his name is. Where'd he go? Oh, he's in there? Okay, he's in amongst them. Very good. You see, you're going to have one that's kind of split way out. I don't love that. So we're going to bring him to here. See, they all had to kind of filter through the artillery there. And what we're going to do, late day thing, I'm going to just order a charge with these 3 regiments along with these troops. Okay. We're going to come over the little rise here, and with all of these troops along the line here with Branch's and Anderson's brigades, we kind of started the day off with the fighting. We're going to order a charge at whoever they're shooting at, and what I'm hoping for is that everybody will kind of end up running into this regiment, running them off, running off whoever we run into over here. Nope, stay in your assault columns, boys. Oh, that's right. Okay, I need you to go here. I need you to do this. Boom. Just like that. And now I need everybody to be under my command again so they don't stop. Go. 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 Assault style with Anderson's brigade. Here he goes. If I could, I would have a rear unit doing a rebel yell and add a little ambiance to this move. We know that this would be, you know, the big coup d'éclat for the Confederates, I do believe. Ooh, still got some pretty strong Union regiments up there, though. Everybody's back to being energetic, which is good. Yeah, we don't have any enemy artillery over here. Holy schmecks. Okay. I'm fine with that. How about we bring these skirmishers down here and just start f***ing with them? How about we do that? How about we do it over here too? Maybe we can. Pender. Let's put him on an attack. Except these boys stay under my command here, and no, we'll give him that one. We'll give him this one. We'll give him this one and this one. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to run all the way up to the breastworks right here. Go, go, go. We're going to run into these boys, and Anderson's brigade is going to try to claim these works, by God. Here he is, looking on his men. Going to move up this embankment. Get a volley in once they get up there. Charge. Charge. Pulling back here. Nice visual. Nice visual. Pulling back here. Okay, we drove those skirmishers off. Good, 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 good. These boys get back over here. onto the breastworks. Get on up here. Go. Now. Oh, we can't charge because we can't see anything. These boys can see to shoot at them, but they're taking the worst of it. Okay, we've got 2 regiments up on the breastworks now. Got the 14th Georgia from Anderson that's up on the breastworks now, along with the 49th Georgia B Battalion, a couple of Union regiments here that held fast. Okay, we need the 45th in support here. Okay, let's go. Stop. Ah, shit. Okay, no. We need to go here. Go, go, go. Now, 2 regiments that are just kind of sitting here. Some of them firing muzzle to muzzle with these Yankees that are standing firm. Okay, we need this brigade commander to come right there. All right, Pender's getting his boys on the move. Ooh. Oh my. Okay. Not sure what happened there. Not too sure what happened with those guys there. All right, 35th Georgia. Probably want to go ahead with Anderson's brigade. Go ahead, bring them down. And we're going to get crazy here. On either side of the breastwork. Stop. 41 yards away, it says. Oh my God. Fire. Okay, that didn't do the trick. Fine. Okay, good. We got up there on the works. Got a nice volley out there. Fantastic. Okay, this is where Pender's support. Okay, you got this colonel of the 22nd North Carolina that's going to see this situation. He's going to know. We got to push, boys. We got to push. This unit's going to break. Here we go. I think this one could get around behind here. Double time. And be firing at the rear of them. Pender with a little help. Perfect. Bam! Big volley into them. Ooh! Oh my gosh. Death and destruction up near the breastworks. AP Hill may push these boys off after all. Pender. Oh no, stop. Hit him again. Volley. We gotta go. Did we lose sight of whoever? Oh, okay, no, we're shooting at them too. Yeah, from the rear. Good. Okay, we're forcing them back. Still can't see anything here. I'm gonna go like this. Boom. Like this. Boom. Charge. Oh, they're winded. Stop. Oh my God. There we go. Now we got 33rd North Carolina involved in a melee with the 6th right here. Could they get support? I doubt it. Right down here at the little breach, the bridge, the creek. Oh, and you can see the topographics here as AP Hill's division is going to make this final push into evening time. I do notice, I think that it's starting to get dimmer out here. We got 40 minutes left to go here. All right, and Branch's troops will come forward. Here and here. Let's come to here. Ah, shoot. Okay, now he's going to have them retreat. Okay, these boys double quick it up there. The 7th North Carolina from Branches Brigade will, I think, get credit for the breastworks there. I think we'll be able to jump in the line and stack it up. But that's a good line right along the breastworks in a declining defensive position right there. I think we should be able to drive off these Yankees. Well, we're taking some serious heat right here with 45th Georgia, though. Ready? Guess what we're doing? First with these boys. Charging. Charging. Boy, they got the danda up here outside Mechanicsville, gentlemen. We have got to... It's our mission now. AP Hill will not be satisfied until these Yankees are driven out. Yes. Oh, no. Some of our guys are going to run. Okay, 45th. Yeah, well, I don't blame them. I don't blame them one bit. All right. Okay. Let's get back in line with these boys. Double quick it. No, 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 stop. Get back on the breastworks. They'll be moving in formation, but not. All right, all right. At least we've got these boys on the run. I think we got these boys on the run. Fantastic. I think that's why we couldn't see the artillery anymore, is because it was getting dark. All right. But I do think we're going to be making progress right here. 3. Will we get the breastworks? I don't think so. Stop. Okay, they'll be in the open. That's fine. There you go. 33rd. I think they're tired, so let's bring the 18th North Carolina across right here. Okay, and they're going to take up a position in these woods. Boom. Road column for starters. Oh, they're tired. Wow. Okay. All right. So those branch troops kind of along with these. So yeah, let's let these guys rest. These boys are fresh. Let's bring them. Go quick. Okay, we drove these boys out. Okay. And the Battle of Mechanicsville is going to wind down here, gentlemen. We're doing pretty well. We've got Stonewall in position now. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so got to be honest and say that the award for the battle is going to go to Joseph Anderson's brigade. Had support, but these boys did all the fighting for us here at Mechanicsville. I'll tell you that. End up making the breakthrough with a little bit of useful artillery fire support. You gotta love to see that. I think we'll be fighting ourselves a little bit of a mop-up the rest of the way here. You can see the Yankees, they came out, looks like right here, the 16th North Carolina is going to fight with some of them. Ooh, okay. Get out of there. Get out of there. Nice little crossfire. That's not good. That's not nice at all. Let's fire an infantry now. Let's fire an infantry now, everybody. Nope, nope, nope. Infantry. Let's fire down on these boys here. Okay. These skirmishers need to come back. We need to mess with them. Alright, alright. The 49th Georgia A Battalion. More Anderson troops right here. AP Hill's division. Let's go here. There's canister going off somewhere. Here. Let's come up this way. I know there's a battery of guns up there. I'm going to double quick that. We got a fire superiority out of these breastworks up the slope there. Oh shit. Stop. We'll get the woods, but they're going to have the height advantage up there with the 11th Pennsylvania Reserves. I think their morale is going to be a little lower though. So that's hopefully helpful. Alright, let's go. Now what you're thinking is, okay, what do we do? The artillery can't see anything anymore. This turns into just kind of a raw dog infantry fight, really. These guys they have to have had it. Let's bring these guys over. Ah, shoot. We will be able to charge with them, though. They are fine, so if we just march them over, we'll walk them. Good. Except they're just going to retreat there. Alright, so they were wavering, low morale. Fine. Again, Anderson's troops. Let's bring these boys down. This colonel sees these boys running off. Understands the reputation that is being made on this day by this brigade. Outside Mechanicsville, here at Beaver Dam Creek. And believes that it would be best to enter the breach. We'll march until we get to the creek. Once we get to the creek, we'll double time it up. We'll charge. Hopefully we got time for it. I think it could go off well. We're looking pretty good here. Yeah, I got the woods right here. Taking a little cover, defilade maybe, kind of, you know. Imagine that. Woo, look at the difference there in elevation, though. That's nuts. 120 yards away, it says. So we got a hell of a firefight there. Since we are outperforming them here with our pattern infields, I think is part of what the deal is there. Let's go ahead and have them march up, advance up the hill. Let's go, gentlemen. Very good, very good. This unit is pesky, man. Pesky. All right, we've got everybody shifted, right? This is all Magruder here, so we're looking good in that department. How are we doing on points? We've got 2,083 points. After this day's battle, we'll end up, you know, this is a little bit of a, this is a nice little probing, I think, representative little fight right here. Even though the AI came off of their entrenchments and kind of helped me out a little bit, I like the way that this has gone. This is going to make for some good stuff once we get the battle epic video going. That's for sure. Here we go into dusk with the fighting still ongoing right here outside of Mechanicsville. The Union troops stubbornly hanging on near Beaver Dam Creek. We're going to have a half hour, I think, to try to drive them off. I could have rolled a die to see if Jackson came to our aid, but I decided not to. Oh, no. Okay, we're pulling back right here. Shoot, okay. Not sure what they're doing. Let's go here. Alright, hit the creek and run. Hit the other side of the creek and run. These boys who've had a long afternoon now see dusk approaching, and they've lost about a third of the guys. They're looking around. They don't see some of their buddies anymore. They're pissed. These guys are pissed at the 35th Georgia. They know what the order is. And we are going to go take care of business. It'll be a charge, gentlemen. Double quick into the attack, boys. Right at him. Right at the flag. The 35th Georgia will avenge their fallen comrades. Take a few losses on the way in. Charge! Overwhelm the left flank of the regiment. Gentlemen, get those bayonets out. Make sure you use them. No! Off we go. Their zeal was, well. Hey, would you look at that, though? I think we scared off this Union. No, we didn't. Nope, they're just reforming on the breastworks right there. And the 35th Georgia will run off in shame. Okay, this unit right here, I am not sure what they're doing. The 7th. Okay. We got AI taking them over for some reason. Interesting. That's interesting. Okay, it looks like we drove off this unit. Let's wheel. And hit them in the flank. Go, go, go. Alright, these boys are done for the day. Anderson's brigade done for the day. Sun goes down. They're still in their positions over here, right? But they've got more back here at Gaines Mill. And that's where we're going to be going next. I'd say Jackson, his troops over here, would begin to bivouac for the night around here, right? Is this Old Cold Harbor, I think, maybe? What work could we do, though, is the question. So we've got Ewell. Ewell's division. Let's put... Who's over here? Who's over here? All right, Winder's division. Excellent. I love seeing these Valley Army guys. So you've got volunteers, militia. Oh my gosh. I figured these guys would be better than that. What? I wonder if everybody in the scenario is like militia or worse. 5 seasoned, that's going to be pretty good, it looks like. Volunteer. That's solid with their Valley experience. Okay, these guys are lined up nicely. I dig it. These guys are close to roads. That's all good. These guys less so. Let's go ahead and bring them up. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Like that. These guys can go kind of boom, 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 boom. Like that. And then this brigade could go kind of boom, 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 boom. Like that. And that'll be good. Everybody else looks pretty good. Just want to try to get everybody close to the road. Here late. Pender's 22nd North Carolina from right here. We'll be firing at about 122 yards. But these Yankees, let's go ahead. Let's get them the heck out of here. We're going to splash across the creek. Try to put some more pressure on these boys. Our morale, I think, is higher than theirs. I gotta believe that their fatigue and maybe their ammo is low now. They've been fighting a long time. Let's get to within 100 yards, or rather 60. We got our Enfields. If we can do it, up we go. 83. 69. Stop. Volley fire. You boys. There you go. Oh, we got guns here. Here we go. We'll take command. Double time. Pender's brigade. It's going to finish the job over here. All right. Oh, yeah, you can move and redeploy artillery all right, for sure. This is Scourge of War. Got a lot of folks who are newer to it. Oh, my gosh. So they fell out of weapons range. Okay, so let's move ahead. With these 620 men. Stop. Oof! Canister goes into their supporting regiment here. We're going to advance on those artillery. Ready? Lay down. 22nd North Carolina advances to defilade. They all lay down. Get ready to come forward. Double time. Right up in their faces. Halt! Get in your ranks, men! Be ready! Some of the men going down as they try to get themselves up. Double time, gentlemen! Load them up! Fire! Charge! Send these boys running! Send them to the mothers! Clash of bayonets and steel as the Rebs break at the breastworks once again. God dang. Damn. Pender's brigade, not enough. Got some stubborn Yankees up here, damn it. Nice rear guard action, you might say. Although, they're not necessarily going anywhere right now. Those Yankees aren't. Alright. This regiment here could do to come out this way. Bonk. Oh man, so cool with the sun going down. I got to give credit to ASDS Life. He put together a pretty cool one here. All right, 22nd North Carolina, get set up over here and fire from afar. I guess they'd prefer that. We did drive off these guns. Fantastic, a little chaotic end of afternoon fighting here. Let's stop that. Let's wheel and let's hit these boys best we can. Okay, no. Stop. And you guys just keep hitting them. The 7th. The Pennsylvania Reserves was a good division of Union troops. So we're going to be up near 2,000 for each side now. Casualties. I gotta say, I'm rather impressed. I think maybe it's the mod. Maybe there was coded in a little bit of reduction in the casualty rate to make it a little bit more lifelike. Let's go down here and see what we can see. There are more troops, I think, down here. I don't see anybody pulling out yet. Okay, they can't stand the heat now. The 7th is going to begin its fallback. Here we go. Oof! A little canister with one gun. Brave cannoneers for the Yanks. Going to fire some canister into us as we continue fighting this late day action. Here we go, gentlemen. Charge into the infantry unit. Go. Right into the flank. Yes. Alright, that'll send them finally. And you're going to have a bloody, gory mess at this position. We'll get set up right here on the breastworks. And we'll start firing into this artillery and send it home, baby. Okay. 22nd Virginia Battalion, Pender's Brigade. Come on up. Come on up. Okay. These boys, come on up. Where they failed before, the 22nd, or rather the 38th North Carolina succeeds. And Pender's Brigade will take these breastworks. No problem. So we'll fold this flank over here, no problem. Good, good. In the infantry fighting, we'll just kind of continue through the night, through the dusk hours. I think we'll have, as ASD has said before, that you kind of always end up with a victory and are able to continue. Oh, I love getting another Total War guy into the stream, okay? Look, okay, I mean, no offense. This is from a guy who's an older millennial gamer. This is the way I say it, okay? Having played Total War many years. I've been gaming for 30 years, man. Okay, Total War was a revelation. It had its time in my life. It had its day. I did some multiplayer, and frankly, I kind of sucked a little bit. All right, so there's that. I wish I would have done a little more multiplayer with Scourge of War. But the way I think about Total War, or I wish I did a multiplayer in Total War. The way I think about Total War is it's kind of kid stuff now. That's just me. In terms of the battle game, it's kind of kid stuff. You know, it's battle candy and fun. It's raw, fun. Scourge of War? Scourge of War isn't just kid stuff. Oh my. Oh, I see what they were doing over here now. Oh, these guys are in trouble. Let's get the heck out of there. My, oh my. Boy, that was not a position for them to be. Goodness gracious. Okay, well, the fight for these breastworks is going to be done. And if I were the Yanks, I would definitely be pulling out of here. In the morning or in the following day, we'll have everybody coming. AP Hill won't be the only one over here. We'll have Stonewall on the move with all 3 of his divisions. So that will change things for sure. But everybody stays where they are for now. With AP Hill's troops and the rest. Right. Yanks left around here. Oh, wow. They're not here anymore. Interesting. Okay, they're over here. Got it. Fighting last into the twilight hours here. All along the line, we do manage to make this advance. Good work, boys. Good work. All right, I think we'll go ahead and bring the time up. Compress time, finish this scenario off, and wrap up tonight's stream, I think, on kind of a high note, generally speaking. I think Lee's planned attack north of the Chickahominy River is stepping off handsomely to start things off here. We had ourselves a lively action outside Mechanicsville, to be sure. But I feel confident going into the next day's battle, that's for sure. We've got Porter by the flank. Looks that way to me. So, yeah, I appreciate you saying so. Yeah, so as a 43-year-old gamer, I moved on to something that represents the period better, you know, represents the combat realism just a little better. I mean, you're going second by second, right? Minute by minute here in Scourge of War, and you're having to, like, slowly, methodically get everything set and make sure that it's all in order and that you deploy your guys out, and then you gotta, you know, make sure you know who's with who. And one gun is one gun. And I think that the scale they do, I think it's one little guy equals 4 little guys. It's bigger. It feels bigger. Yeah, I control this whole army, right? You know, that's not something you get with Total War. So that's why I say, you know, Scourge of War, a little bit more of a grown-up game, is what I would say, generally speaking. You really get to kind of live and immerse yourself a little bit more in, like, what really was going on the ground with these operations. Great learning tool, in my opinion. All right, guys. We'll be wrapping it up here. About 5 minutes to go. The sun is going down. We're going to be getting around to the troops, checking the lines, the generals, making sure their troops are all feeling all right about things, checking things along this line. Yeah, this would be the place where you'd have a lot of guys that would be, oof, my God. Okay, we got to slow this down for this. This is part of the Battle Epic video process. You know, fighting into the twilight here, but a bloody scene. As the sun goes down, guys checking on each other along the line. Plenty of Confederates up here. Morale probably remains high, but you got the men that may end up having to bivouac near and around all of this destruction and devastation. Hopefully we can move past it quickly, right? We don't want the ghosts of the dead haunting our men and lowering morale. It's the last thing you want. All right. Into the night we go. And you know, the arcade, there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. An inconclusive fight. Okay, fine. I'll take that, because that's kind of the, you know, that's the way it really was. I like the casualty differential. That looks good to me. We'll save that replay. Bango. Let's get back to the battle. You got Lee here, who's in conference with the ordnance wagon, trying to get himself some extra biscuits for the morning. I feel good about that. We still have 101,000 troops at under our command to continue the 7 days campaign. We will have Jackson, A.P. Hill, and R.H. Anderson's division, D.H. Hill's division, and I think we have Walton, or no, that's artillery. We have a bunch of artillery that we have yet to move over. So there's a lot left to do here, guys, and I cannot wait to get to it. We're going to probably play it just like Lee did and everybody did in history. Coming up next is going to be Gaines Mill. I think we got to move all of these Union troops out of here. I'm not sure what's going to happen in the following day, if they're going to reposition back here like was done in history. I think ASDS Life did write it that way, but we're going to have to just see what happens from here. In the next stream of Scourge of War, the 7 days here in Scourge of War Remastered, the Gettysburg Edition. Guys, once again, appreciate you all for joining in tonight. This has been so much fun. I like the Stones River game was a whole lot of fun. This one, to me, I mean, it may drag on a bit. I hope you guys all continue to jump in as we continue to go from battle to battle to battle here through the 7 days outside Richmond mod from ASDS Life in Scourge of War. Again, thank you guys for taking the time, for jumping in the chat and everything. If you haven't yet, Click the thumbs up button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's Alternate History Gaming. I am Bank60s, your humble and gracious player host as always. And we will see you guys on the next stream. It's coming up Saturday. It's a continuation of the CSA campaign in Grand Tactician. You know you want to be here for the next chapter. We have major goings on in the east there. We lost the first battle right outside Fredericksburg with Beauregard, but now I've got some things I want to talk to you guys about in terms of campaign strategy in the east going ahead, because there's going to be a lot of action there and out west in Missouri. When we get back to it Saturday night, be there for that. And don't forget to hype the VOD when that comes out. Spend 5 minutes watching the VOD when it hits of this stream and comment there too. You'd be helping the channel out a lot if you do that. The algorithm is finding us, gentlemen, and we're having fun. I'm Bank60s. Catch you